So I want to take you into one of the worlds that I live in all the time, and the biggest thing that I want to share with you is how organic can be detrimental if not used in the proper way. Now, in this cabinet is a host of foods, not mine, I promise you. I am a strictly organic girl. I do not do 90% of what is in here. I'm at my mom's house right now. My mom has been a late adopter of organic food. Unfortunately, she is poisoning my kids. But I've been poisoning my kids for a long time, just like most people have. And this is something that I speak on because as somebody who's done so much, like when I got started with organics, I was 278 pounds, and my mom has been, in the 180s, 190s, almost 200 for a good portion of my life. So for her, these are staples like Kraft Easy Macaroni and Cheese. It's backwards. So Kraft Easy Macaroni and Cheese. This is something that most families have. I remember I used to go over to this friend of mine's house, and they would have Easy Mac nights where they would eat this as their whole meal. We've got Campbell's Chicken Noodle Soup. My kids are in love with the movie Frozen. I may at some point talk about these kinds of things. I don't know if I ever will. We shall see. So these kinds of things, my mom is getting into a different part now where she's going organic. So these are the kind of things that are really important. Corn, soy, cotton, canola plants are some of the highest rated GMO crops. They're used the most. Sorry guys, I'm cooking for my mom. She wants me to put her dinner on for her so she gets home and can eat. So these kinds of things, like the Campbell's, like the Easy Mac, like the Hamburger Helpers of the world, the jambalaya, and let me tell you right here, this is one of the biggest myths in history. I fall into it all the time. Cane sugar, pure granulated white cane sugar. This is sugar beet sugar. It does not come from sugar cane. Cane sugar is not white. If this is cane sugar, which it could be false advertising, it also could be cane sugar. If it is cane sugar, it has been bleached, it has been filtered and dyed to be white, because cane sugar is naturally kind of a yellow color. So that's something, this is one of the lies that we get told. It's just like bleached white flour, processed flour. They're very hard on our systems. Zatarans, you won't find an organic thing in it. These kinds of items, so the Hamburger Helpers, the Zatarans, the Betty Crocker, what happens to us is that our bodies have such a reaction to them, especially when we're young. So when we're kids, I can't control, and I wish I could. I have to make a choice that other people may not have to make, and other people might also have to make, is where you have to decide if the safety of your children's health, given their past. So if you have a brand new newborn baby and that baby has never been introduced to GMOs ever once in their life, I would say, you know what? Them having a relationship with their grandparents is much less important. Whereas my kids are 4 and 6, they've had GMOs for the first 3 to 4 years of their lives. And it's only in the last 2 years that I've become extremely knowledgeable and conscientious about organic foods and their use. So my kids have a big hurt for them because they're not used to They're only used to GMOs. Organics is really hard for them because they don't understand what the difference is. Why does it matter that I have the one with the sticker or the one without the sticker? Sometimes they're more into it than other times. Sometimes they're really concerned. Sometimes they're like, oh my gosh, mommy, this one has the organic sticker and I'm so excited. So know that that is something that's going to come into play. It's a very hot day today, so I'm going to have some water. But I just wanted to bring you into one of my worlds for a little bit and kind of show you that organic living is not hard. It's not difficult to do. Most people have an issue with not knowing what to do. I find that my mom tells me all the time. I always tell my mom, golly, lady, will you stop buying all this crap GMO stuff and start caring about your health? And she'll yell at me and tell me that she does. And then she'll do things like what I'm about to show you now. Something that most people who are freshly, newly organic will do. And no, that is not an organic watermelon. She messed up on that one too, if you want to call it messing up. So what will happen is I'll go to the store and I'll buy something like this. Now this is my maple syrup that I have at my mom's house for when I'm here and I want to have something, or I want to let my kids have something. I have some organic waffles for my son. He likes mini waffles, so I get those for him. And she'll buy something like this. And I will have a total BITCH fit, and she will say, okay, I understand. And after about 3 hours of fighting, she'll go ahead, and the next time she goes to the store, she'll buy something like this. Now everybody will go, oh, well, she bought some maple syrup, and it's grade A, dark color, robust taste, right? And ooh-wee, 1 pint, pure New York maple syrup. The problem here is that mine had a USDA organic symbol on it, and this one doesn't. This one also does not have any symbols that it was created without genetic modification, without the use of pesticides, without the use of any of those yucky pesticides that I so frown upon. And because of that, we get into an argument. So what I've done is I've tried my best not to argue with my mom, is to just tell her that sometimes we have to fail to succeed. And also, we have to be able to recognize the moments where we failed so that we can succeed next time. So when she goes to the store and she buys green giant corn or Del Monte corn, which is right back there, and I cuss her out enough, the next time she goes to the store, she buys Full Circle organic corn. And in another few months, she'll start buying them in Petra boxes to avoid the BPA lining that is sprayed in 90% of our cans. So it's all about steps. It's all about choices. You know, when I made the organic switch, I actually threw out every single thing. So the difference between my mother and I is that she looks at this and she sees dollars. I look at this and see money spent that you can never get back. It doesn't matter if I eat every single one of these. I have not one. And that's something that I wish people would understand, is that the reason I'm a big proponent on throwing out all your GMO products and not eating them is because you do not gain any money back by eating this. You still got to spend the same amount of money. You still got to eat the same amount of organic food to counteract this. You still have to spend more money. And simply by throwing this stuff away, you've made it one less day that you have to overcome. One less day that you have to overcome all the mistakes that you've made. You know, and I hope that people understand that it really is about overcoming the obstacles that have been set in front of us by a series of companies and government dealings that doesn't put our health and our needs first. So eating organic is not just about being cool, being skinny. It's about being healthy, about having the most important things in our nutrient system. So having the most nutrients in our system, finally got that one. So having the most nutrients in our system in a way that our bodies can accept. As I've talked about in previous videos, the idea of GMOs is to strip the ability of the plant or the organism to deliver its nutrients to any portion of the soil, to the consumer, to the animal, so it does not allow the escape of nutrients from the plant itself. It myelinates that so that it's not able to reach out and help us the way food is meant to help us. So I hope that this has been helpful, kind of giving you a little bit of a peer into my life. I'll do this more often to help you, to show you how I'm helping others, how I'm helping myself, and to just get you ready to make your own choices and to make the best choices for you and your family. I'll see you later.